What's up, vapors in the Philippines? Kamusta na kayo dyan? I hope you enjoyed my video so far. I already got some feedback from the others and natutuwa naman ako na kahit pa paano nakakatulong ako, and meron na rin mga requests kung ano yung mga next build ko. So guys, keep on coming with the requests. Magsabi lang kayo kung anong gusto nyo and I will make as much as possible a video about it. Well, last request was that I should make a video about a build that involves ribbons, meaning flat wires, which is what I prepared today. I've prepared here 8 pieces of 0.1 times 0.3 stainless steel 316L. I will fold it later on so it will become 8 pieces. And a short introduction about ribbon. First off, do not underestimate the flavor that you can get out of ribbons. Especially kung ang gamit nyo is nichrome 80, which is my favorite when it comes to ribbon, and stainless steel. In stainless steel, it could become too much low ohm, and so I suggest try nichrome 80 for those who aren't sure, who haven't experienced yet how low ohm they will get. I suggest try nyo muna gumamit ng Cantal. Cantal is also really good. Well, back to the topic of flavor. When you use ribbons in your build, you will get much more detailed flavor. Why do I say that? It's because iba yung pag produce niya ng vape. It's more crisp, it's more flavorful, and the ramp up time is not that much long. Since na maninipis na wires sila, mabilis sila mag-produce ng heat. The other difference is also that when you use thicker wires, like for example, you use 27 gauge or 28 gauge or 26 gauge, you need to push a lot of heat into the wire. Well, not heat, but a lot of energy into the wire para mag-heat up sila. So when they get too hot, of course it produces more clouds, more vape production, but it doesn't produce that much flavor compared to ribbon wires. Okay, I hope that was so far understandable, the difference between ribbon and rounded wires. Now, for the build today, like I've said, I will be using 4 strands of 0.3 stainless steel. Then I will be using 27 gauge stainless steel 316L, and for the final wrap for the claptoning I will be using 38 gauge stainless steel. So it's gonna be a pure stainless steel build, and like on the title of the video, what I will be building today is a frame stapled clapton. Bakit ko pinili yung frame stapled clapton? It's a maganda siyang introduction into basic builds using ribbon wires. It's very easy to make para sa akin. If you make your preparation perfect, frame stapled clapton is easy to build. It's all about preparation. All types of ribbon builds rely on a good preparation. Okay, so let's start with the build. So first thing you have to do is you have to align them to stay upright, side by side. Then what you could do is you can take some water or your liquid or whatever to make it wet para magdikit-dikit sila. Nakakatulong yun kung babasahin nyo ng konti para magdikit-dikit sila. What I do is I put some spit on my finger and make it wet. For those na nandidiri, magtingin na lang ka ibang video. No, just kidding. Nililinis ko naman yung coils ko after I finish building. I use some soap, water, and brush them very thoroughly para lahat ng dumi na galing sa pagbibuild natatanggal sa coil. And I also do it for my coil shots. When I do photography, nililinis ko maigi yung coils ko. So if you look at it, roughly nagdikit sila, which helps in folding the wire. So hanapin niyo yung gitna, then fold it like this. Okay? Then lagayin natin ng konti para magsama-sama sila. It's highly important na laging keep it straight and laging put some tension, I mean press it tightly para hindi sila maghiwalay-hiwalay. And then press it like this. Then you can use some masking tape or whatever para i-fixate ito. But what I usually do, I use most of the time on my ribbon builds hot glue. So I just put some hot glue on it. Okay. Then I press it slightly together para magdikit-dikit sila. And just wait a few seconds para magdikit sila. Kasi kung bibitawan ko yan na yon, may tendency na baka maghiwalay ulit. So keep it like this, few seconds. Then let's check. And that's it. Okay. And I will do the same thing on the other side. Basahin ko ulit. Just like that. Alright. Then I take my hot glue again. Put some hot glue on it. Okay. And press it lightly together. So, kung nakikita nyo, hindi ko pinipress doon sa glue, kundi sa each end ko siya pinipress together. Yan. Wait few seconds. And then you can let go. And this is how you have each end fixated together. Now, this is called a frame stapled clapton. The staple is itong structure na ito, and the frame is going to be a thicker wire, a rounded wire on each side. So I will be using, like I've said, 27 gauge, roughly just like that. So, and then I will straighten the wire. Take my plier, give it a few rotation, cut it on one end. This is how you have a straight wire, and I will roughly cut it around here, bali gitna. And then I will use my hot glue para ipagdikit-dikit sila ulit. So you have to position it left and right, just like that. I hope you can see that. Then take my hot glue, sa taas at saka sa baba para dikit na dikit sila. Okay, wait a few seconds. Okay, then the other side. Make sure na talagang may tension yung frame para hindi kayo mahirapan later on na maaaring mag-jump over siya. So one more time. Then put some hot glue on it. Okay. And press it together. Okay, here's a short macro shot of my preparation. So dito yung isang end kung saan ako nag-glue. Then the ribbon wires in the middle. Sa both sides naglagay ako ng rounded wire. That's the frame. And this is where I will hook it up on my swivel. Now that we have finished our preparation, we can begin with the claptoning para maging frame staple clapton siya. So I will insert the loop into my swivel. Then I'll take my 38 gauge wire, give it a few wraps para lang mas madali. insert it into the chuck of my drill. Gitna nyo maigi. Alright. And give it enough tension. Okay. And then let's begin with the claptoning. So you can see on this section I still had some glue on it, so I did some rough wrapping around it, and this is where I begin to do my claptoning. It's not so easy having the camera just in front of you, but to give you the idea, if your preparation is perfect, then the frame will not jump over. The frame must have enough tension para lagi siyang flat, parallel to the ribbon wires. So if your preparation sucks, your claptoning will be sloppy. So make sure that this part must be perfectly aligned, and when you did it properly, the other builders they still put some wrapping around here or whatever para lang mag stay parallel siya. But if your preparation is perfect, you don't need that. Okay. Okay, that's it. So you can see with a lot of practice, I mean not that much, but with enough practice you will be able to create this very easily. Okay, so let's try to make a coil out of it. This time I will be using my nylon plier. Mahalaga ito kasi you have to imagine lahat ng staples nito are in an upright position. Tabi-tabi sila. So pag ni-bend ko siya, maghahanap siya ng paraan para makapag-bend. Usually it tries to flatten, it tries to go into that direction. You have to force it na mag-bend siya while it stays upright. And the only way you can do it is when you give it enough tension here, down here, and on this part. So I use my nylon plier. Unang-una para hindi ko ma-damage yung thin clapton wire, and secondly to keep everything flat. Okay? So I'll bend it like this very carefully. You also should take your time when you do this. Do not rush it. Okay. So I'll give this around 5 wraps. Okay. A little bit more, just like that, to an L shape, into an L form, and then bend it up. And this is how you have a perfect frame stapled clapton. Okay. Let's see if I can get a second coil out of this. Same procedure. Give it enough tension. Four and 5. Let's cut this piece off. And then spin this down. Okay. And this is how you have a perfect frame staple clapton. Everything stainless steel. I think I will give you a short macro shot of it so you can see how the end result looks like. Okay, here's the finished result of the frame staple clapton. Was a pretty successful build for today, and I will dry fire this and remove all the hot spots, put some liquid on it and some cotton on it, and vape on it. Okay guys, I finished dry firing it. Removed all the hot spots, put some new cotton on it and some liquid, and I've landed around 0.08 ohm. And like I've said in the beginning, for those who find it too low, I suggest substituting stainless steel with Cantor ribbons or with nichromaty, or you can use Cantor wire for your frame para above 0.10 ohm kayo, or even above 0.15 ohm. It's all possible, even above 0.2 if you use everything Cantor. And always remember, always be careful with such low ohm builds. Always keep in mind battery safety, and use the right battery and the appropriate mod for such build. Okay, let's give it a test fire shot at 120 watts. So as you can see, even if this is not a cloud chase build, it has some awesome flavor, vape production. Okay, let's try at 150 watts. Okay guys, so always keep in mind, vape on, vape safe.